And welcome everyone. We should be live. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me properly and if everything is fine. And Linda is here. Can you let me know in the chat if we're all good, if you can hear me? Can you guys hear me or see me? I'm getting a bit worried here. You hear the rooster? Perfect, so you can hear me. Good, perfect. Because it's been a bit tricky to schedule lives from my phone. Good, perfect. Yeah, the roosters are lovely, but not when you're trying to sleep, because they go on all night. And as you can see, I've got quite a few doggy friends already. Oh, good, perfect. I'm getting all your messages now. Yesterday I did this walk. I had 3 doggies that followed me all the way. I didn't give them any food. I didn't have any food. But yeah. Cool, so let me show you my... So we've got about, I think it's about 10 minutes. Let me check. 9 minutes exactly. So if any of you are watching this on replay in the future, if you wanted to skip the hellos, you could skip the next 8 minutes to get straight into the tours. Roosters. Well, this morning it's not only the roosters. People were at church at 5 a.m. so I could hear people praying. Hello, you? Do you want YouTube superstar? There are a lot of stray dogs here. A lot of them. And they're very good. They don't bark too much, so they don't wake me up. And don't climb on me. And they, that's not very comfortable, my friend. And no, laying on my back is the boss. And I don't know where they poop. Hold on, my friend, hold on. He's working on my abs. Let's go like this. If you wanna go, let's see. So yeah, they don't. I don't know where they poo because they have a lot of dogs everywhere, stray, but you don't see much poo on the street. So I'm guessing they probably bury it in the sand or something. Look at the camera, my friend. You're the one that wants to be a YouTube sensation. Look at the camera. Yeah. It's not very comfortable, is it? So we still have about 8 minutes before to start. Oh, there we are. I've got a little cat as well in my... That's it, you got your moment. There are a few cats, not as many as dogs. Oh, we've got another one coming on. So yeah, there are a lot of them. And I've got a little cat that comes to my... hotel at about 3 a.m. So he was here this morning as well. From Alberta, welcome Emily, welcome Martin, welcome Sandrine. Hey, Janie is here. I hope you're coping okay, Janie. And welcome everyone that I might have missed. So we've got a few minutes before to start. We're just waiting for everyone to get here and for the sun to get ready. British Columbia, nice. So it is nearly 6 a.m. here. Yeah, they're very good, those dogs. They're really, they do come, when you're in the restaurant, they do come and see if you've got a bit of leftovers or anything, but they're not jumping on you, they're not barking much. They're really, really good, well behaved. Did she feed me? Oh no, I didn't feed them, no. Oh yes, last night, some of them, but it was a bit further down, so it's not them. Hi Mark, welcome everyone that just joined. So we've got, let me check, 5 minutes before to start. Oh, I've seen some lesbian dogs yesterday. I was like, what are you doing? It was two ladies, but they were definitely doing the movement. So 5 minutes still. And look at those colors, isn't it amazing? So if I do any more tours here in the Philippines, it's probably going to be early mornings as well, because it's probably the most convenient time for everyone, UK and Northern America. Yes, Mark, and I'm here for a little while, so I'll do quite a few islands. And so far, I'm really happy with the data, because I'm on an island in the middle of nowhere, a tiny island, and I seem to have a very good signal. My sister-in-law, she's from the Philippines, and she told me which SIM card to buy to have the best signal. And actually, at the airport, we had to make it quick because we had another flight to catch and everything. And when I went to buy the SIM card, there were two different operators, and there was a big queue at the one I bought and hardly anyone at the other one. So I think it's officially the best signal. You love the Philippines, Harlin? So do I. Yeah, I did. It's my second time in the Philippines. I came once about 10 years ago now, because my brother got married in Manila. So I've been to Manila, and I've been to Boracay as well. That is a lovely island, but a little bit posher than this one. Actually, some people said that Malapascua is like the little sister of Boracay. It's like Boracay maybe 40 years ago, before it got overly crowded. Boracay was a lovely island when I've been, but after that they had a bit of a sewage system, sewage crisis, because of all these thousands of tourists. Suddenly, it was just too much poo, and they had to literally close the island for tourism because it was just too bad. They've reopened it a few years ago, but yeah. And let me check the time. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes. Oops. Oh, what did I do? I did something wrong here. Ah! There we go. And more friends. There are literally thousands of them on the island. I don't even know how they manage to feed everyone, because, it's not a very wealthy community living here. So I don't know how they feed all those dogs. I mean, there are surely stuff in the bins, but I don't think they're wasting much food over here. And Jennifer, welcome. Yeah, I know he's been to Boracay. Yeah, I remember those tours. Boracay is also very nice, but very touristy, and it's a bit of a party island as well. Here it's much more authentic, should I say. Right, let me check that I've not left anything behind. No, we're good. Yeah, those dogs are just so cute. But they are not the cutest mammals I'll see on this trip. I'm also gonna go and see those tiny little monkeys. It's the smallest primates in the world. They're like 15 centimeters big, with the big eyes. So I'll go and see them in Bohol. So that's probably the part of the trip I'm the most looking forward to. Do you guys want to say hello? No. No, okay, fair enough. Hey, you want to say hello? Look. I was just telling people they're not climbing on you, you are. Hello. Hello. Yeah, mini monkeys. Let me check the time. We don't wanna... it is officially time to start, so let me flip on so you can see my face. So welcome everyone. Welcome to Malapascua. It is 6 a.m. Philippine times. So we're here to have a little walk and watch the sunrise. Jennifer, I'll do a video of the monkeys, yes, but they are, it's a word I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. They're so fragile that if you stress them, they literally stop breathing, so they take their own life. The big S word we cannot say on YouTube. So yeah, I'll try to film them, but I'm not gonna stream or be loud or yes, exactly, the Tashir Harlem. Anyway, let's get going. So welcome everyone, welcome to Malapascua. We've got a little walk together, so you've got the chat, feel free to use it, ask me any questions you might have. Of course, I'm on holidays, so I might not know everything, but I'll try. And yeah, feel free to chat as much as you'd like anyway, because I don't have any massive murder stories to tell you today. And let's go. Right, let's this camera around. I'm gonna have to be very careful because see, you've got those boats that have those little ropes everywhere, so I'll have to check where I'm stepping not to smash myself in the sand. Is it windy for you, Sam? It's quite windy here as well. Hopefully you don't hear too much of that in the mic, but yeah, poor monkeys. Yeah, they're very they are interesting animals. They're very lonely. They stay alone, and yeah, they get stressed for anything, any noise or anything. Anyway, hopefully I'll tell you about the monkeys later in my next tours, or I'll have little videos to show you. But for now, let's talk about Malapascua. So first, Malapascua, it's an interesting name, really. If you speak a bit of Spanish, so there's a lot of Spanish in the local language, because of course it used to be a Spanish colony before to become an American colony as well. And well, Malapascua, it might sound a bit funny. Pascua, some of you might know, it's basically Easter. So bad Easter. Why would they call it bad Easter? We don't know for sure, but there's a little historical theory, or some might even say a historical myth, because we don't know if there's any truth behind it. But apparently there was a Spanish ship in 1520, a Spanish ship that got stranded here. Because of the weather condition, it was over Christmas time, they were unable to leave. I'm gonna have to be careful here again. Can you see the rope in the middle? So let's go underneath this one. Up. Up. So yeah, they were not able to go, and apparently they then had a terrible Christmas time because they were stuck here, and they were hoping not to be stuck until Easter. So bad Easter, Malapascua. Who knows? Probably true, but there's not much evidence of it. So we are on the east side of the island, so that's why I'm here. For the sun should be coming up right here in a few moments. And so let me might be watching this to plan their trip for the future. It took me 31 hours, leaving from Heathrow to Beijing, where we had a few hours to wait, then Beijing, Manila, then Manila, Cebu. So the island on the other side of the sea here, it is Cebu, which which is about 40 minutes ferry ride from here. But so I got to Cebu. Then we had to take a taxi. If you have to take a taxi, don't take the yellow ones. You've got the yellow ones and the white ones. The white ones are literally half price from the yellow ones. Well, if you want a seatbelt, you might want to take the yellow one, because we didn't have any seatbelt in mine. And my driver kept falling asleep. There was, the roads are a bit chaotic here. The rule is, you go, And the driver, well, obviously it was 6 a.m. He might have been a bit tired, but he kept stopping in the traffic. He would put the handbrake and then fall asleep twice, and then people were honking behind him. So I was like, oh, actually, I might want a seatbelt next time. So yeah, taxi ride. Then we got to the coach station. Then we jumped on one of those little buses. And then that was 31 hours of travel, Linda. Yeah. The bus ride. So from Cebu City. So the island is called Cebu, but the capital is Cebu City. I'm gonna have to be careful here again because a lot of little ropes. So that bus, we took the cheapest one. We might try to go back with the not expensive, it's probably £1 more, but because it was quite intense. First, if you want to take those buses, I would recommend to wear a sport bra, because it's so shaky. Honestly, after 4.5 hours, I was holding my boobs, because I thought if I don't, in a few hours they'll be on my belly button, because it was like jumping everywhere, and you have to also be ready for honking, because the driver honks at anyone. So every 30 seconds, at the first hour, you find it funny, right? Because every 30 seconds, it's like boom, 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 saying hello to people, or saying, anyone on the road, they'll honk to say hello. But after 4 hours, you get really tired of the honking. And of course, it's busy, it's warm. We took the one without aircon, so all the windows were open, and you get all the the pollution and the dust of the city coming right into your face. So I'm gonna have to take 2 of those buses today, because we're going down to Malapascua. So it's gonna be an interesting day today again. So yeah, we took that bus, then we got to a place called Maya, and then the ferry, 40 minutes of ferry. So yeah, 31 hours to get here in total, but that's very well worth it. This little island is a little bit of paradise, really. And I spent 2 days here, so it's my second day. It's probably enough. This trip is gonna be quite intense. We have a lot of locations to explore, and you don't need a scooter here. It's a very small island. In some of the destinations, we'll have to rent a moped, but here you really don't need to. And I know I mentioned the taxi because they were only actual taxis at the airport, but you can, to have a much cheaper ride, you can take a tricycle. So it's basically like a motorcycle with some kind of a sidecar, but some of them are huge. Some of them can fit like 8 people in there. So those are actually much cheaper than the cars. Yes, wear a sport bra, but I didn't bring any, so I'm gonna have to hold my boobs again. But I'm a bit shameless, so I don't mind, My friend didn't have that problem, but I think she's just got a smaller breast. Oh yeah, thank you, Mark. Yes, so hopefully I'll be able to take you to another few exciting places. Hello, you. Oh, this one has been they covered his mouth, so maybe he's not as friendly as the other ones. Who knows? See, there are many of them. They are everywhere. Yeah, the colors are just stunning at this time. I was here yesterday because I like to walk my routes before, And yesterday there were quite a few people fishing, Not this morning. They are all at church for some reason. I don't know why. So I asked a few people on my way because the church was very busy at 5 a.m. People singing, and I was like, what's happening today, you know? Yes, Mark, most of the dogs are stray, but they take care of them. You know, you see the kids playing with them and everything, but I don't think they really... There are a few restaurants down there that have their own dogs with a neck collar, but yeah. So yeah, you see a few people cleaning their boats and everything, but yesterday there were many more people fishing and everything. So I don't really know why they go to church at 5 a.m. on a Wednesday. I know this month is a big Catholic celebration month here because basically Magellan came to Cebu in, I think it's 1521, with a little baby Jesus as an icon, and they had a festival just before we arrived, when we were on the aircraft, to celebrate that in Cebu, and oh, an urchin. So it might have to do with that. I asked a few people on the way, and they said no, they just, well, two didn't know, or maybe their English was not good enough to explain. And one said, no, it's every Wednesday, so I don't know. They might go to church at 5 a.m. every Wednesday. Who knows? It's mainly Catholics here in the Philippines. Although I've seen a little Jehovah's Witness church, which I didn't expect because it's such a small island. But yeah. Some people getting ready for the day. People are extremely friendly here. And most people speak English because it's very touristic, so it's good for business, but also because after the Spanish, it was the Americans that took over. How long am I staying in the Philippines? Emily is asking. 3 weeks. So I'll be back in London mid-February. So hopefully I'll skip a lot of the cold weather because it's been very cold in London, and I do a lot of tours at 8 a.m. in the morning, and those are painful for your toes. So I'm so grateful I'm able to be here and skip some of that. Yeah, Linda. Yeah, I said a Jehovah's Witness church. Spotted the little one yesterday. I was like, oh, because the island, I think it's about 6,000 inhabitants. So it's very small, and there's a lot of kids here. People have a lot of babies. I was looking for. So basically, I wanted to know if there was any murders here on the island, and I wanted to ask the lady at the hotel, and my friend was like, no, you don't ask that, she's gonna think you are a weirdo. So I didn't ask the lady in my hotel, but yesterday we were here booking a snorkeling trip in another hotel. She was like, I can ask her, right, because she's not my hotel. So I did ask her. I was like, hey, has there been any murders here? No, first we talked about sharks and accidents, because there are a lot of sharks here. And she said, no, never any sharks accidents. And I was like, what about humans? Any murders? And she said, no, we don't do murders here. We make love, we make a lot of babies, but we don't kill people, we make them. So yes, apparently no murders whatsoever. Although she works in tourism, so if there had been any, she probably wouldn't tell me for the reputation of the island. But yeah, I think it's been very peaceful and quiet for a long time. Let's just turn around so we don't miss the sun. Hello. What time is it? Yesterday oops, didn't mean to do that. Yesterday it came out fully at 8 past, so it's just a little bit cloudy, but the sun is here. Yes, that's a good long trip. With a rucksack only, because didn't want to pay for a suitcase in the aircraft. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of hand washing. They've got those boats. Those boats are very photogenic, I find, with those wooden sticks on the side. A place without a murder. Yes, I know, it's amazing. But I will show you a cemetery, because I found one of the cutest cemeteries on earth. you see a lot of people getting ready here because a lot of people are going diving at 6 a.m. That's what my friend is doing. That's why I'm alone this morning, because I'm not a diver myself. Because here, Malapascua is mainly known for diving and scuba diving because of its sharks. So yesterday morning, I actually swam with sharks, baby sharks. Well, babies. Some of them were the size of my leg. But apparently, they don't bite whatsoever. And they see behind the blue building at the back, a bit further down, you have what they call the shark nursery. So it's where the sharks take their babies, and you can literally go down and swim with them, which is quite impressive. And there's one spot, a different type of shark, that if you are a diver, you can go down about 6 a.m. just literally at sunrise. And let me show you the sun, because it's getting prettier and prettier behind me. And there's a spot. Usually those sharks are like hundreds of meters down, but there's a spot when they come up in the morning, early morning, about this time, and apparently you can go down 25 meters and see them. So that's what my friend is doing this morning. If she does see any shark, I'll let you know. Hopefully she'll go with the GoPro so she can even give me a video. The sharks want to become a YouTube sensation. Well, the sharks I swam with yesterday, to be honest, I don't think it's gonna look very good on video because the water wasn't that clear, and they were, I would say, maybe 3 meters from us. So I don't think it's gonna look great on video, but we'll see. Look at that with the reflection, it's quite cool. And this is probably an excursion as well. You can, the main thing people do here is diving and then going with one of those little boats around the island to go scuba diving. So we've, or snorkeling. We've done that yesterday. And it's very affordable. We had, actually just there's a hotel there. We met a couple, one gentleman from Sweden and his wife from Germany. So we shared a boat. And to give you an idea, so we paid altogether for the 4 of us for a private boat with 2 drivers for 3 hours. I think about 17 quid, so less than 20 anyway, which is, you can spend a lot of time here and not spend much money. So that's one of the advantages in coming all the way here. You feel loaded, you know. Wow, I love that light. Okay, let's say bye to the sun. Ooh, I've got 2 ropes here. I'm gonna have to be careful. One up, one down. Up. Up. And let's say bye to this beach for now. We'll go towards the cemetery. Because I don't want to be buried, but if I had to be buried, I think a place like this would be quite nice. And food is very affordable as well. Well, as long as you go for local products, of course. So beer, you have to go for San Miguel. You know, like I'm very British. You see, I like my ales, but you don't really find that here. And same for milk, you won't find much. Well, if you wanted a coffee, like a normal for us coffee, it'd be very expensive because they don't have much milk here. Because I suppose it's hard to keep. You have to keep it in the cold and bringing it on boats, So you find, it's like in Vietnam or in Thailand or in Cambodia, you find a lot of coffees with condensed milk. So very sweet condensed milk, so that's much easier to preserve. This is the place where I met the couple yesterday. And as we go inside the village, I'm gonna try to lower my voice a little bit because, some places don't really have windows everywhere and stuff, so I don't want to be waking up everyone. Although I suppose I cannot be worse than the roosters. There are so many roosters. I think I could be wrong, but I think some of them might be for cockfighting. Because yesterday I saw some of the kids taking the bet. Like they came with 2 roosters. And a little kid, like 6 years old, and he had a big batch of money. So yeah, it's a big, sadly, well, I don't know what you think of it. It's traditional, but it's maybe not my favorite hobby. But yeah, there's a lot of cockfighting here, and if they have a good cock, you can make some money with betting. Yeah. Usually the ladies are in charge of the money because the men are gambling, or at least with the cocks. So this is the spot where you have a lot of lovely restaurants. Like you can literally come and have breakfast or dinner on the beach area. And a shark if you want to take the photo with the shark. Oh, you've just had an ad, yeah. Yeah, so for the ones that don't know about ads on streams, the very reason why we had a bug on everything last month with Streamlab, I think it's all YouTube's fault, because we have now to... Oh, I get it. It's not the signal, it's the ad. Ah, smart. That's smart. I think, you know what? I think quite a few... hello. Good morning. I suspect quite a few of you had an ad at the same time, and then the app was telling me a signal dropped. But that's good then, that's good. If I know when you have the app this way, at least I can stop saying anything too interesting. Look at this, those lovely little swings and hammock. There's a sign on the wall there on the tree. It says for tourists only. So they don't want the local to be using them at all. Anyway, let's go this way. Yeah, it's good to know, as at least, if the app tells me, because my understanding is that it's probably not always exactly at the same time for everyone. So if you are in the middle of an interesting story and people are cut with an ad for, even if it's just 30 seconds, it could make a big difference in the story. So at least if we know, that's quite good. Oh, look, let me show you something. This is the island. My understanding is that it's quite safe, but of course, when you have tourism, you have people with cash, and when you have people with less money, it's, and look at what they've done. So this is a resort here. They've literally placed broken glass, some of the San Miguel, the beer bottles basically, to make sure no one climbs the wall so they don't go and steal from the tourist hotel rooms. So that's quite extreme, but yeah, interesting. Anyway, let's go to my little graveyard. Probably one of the best views you'll ever find in a graveyard. Although we did see a very nice one in my video in Santa Cruz de Tenerife. There was a graveyard on the beach there. This one is even better. And you're gonna hear me huffing and puffing here, but that shouldn't be too long. Yeah, great security, because really you cannot go over that. It'll be painful. I think I can hear the church from here. They're still praying. There we go. This is the graveyard. So it's literally a graveyard with its private beach. Oops, I've just kicked the camera. Oops. I'd be curious to know the life expectancy here. I expect it to be probably better than us, because, although some of them are maybe struggling for money and, it's probably far less stress. Right. And the kids as well, you know, you see a lot of kids playing around. Some of them also trying to sell little items to the tourists. But sometimes I wonder if those kids are not happier than most of us. Right, it's telling me signal issue again. Are we back? It's telling me I've lost you for a second. And I've not had any comments in the chat for a while, so do let me know if we are back. I'm guessing all the chat might come back up all together in a big batch. That's usually what happens. So there we go. So that's the cemetery. Isn't it just cool? Mark is asking, are the people quite poor? Yes, I guess you could say that, Mark. Not everyone. So there are some people. I think there's quite a big gap in. Well, not so much here, but for example, when you go to Manila, there are some neighborhoods that are quite fancy and very well protected, and with a security outside and everything. And a lot of the population is very, very poor. Yeah. It's probably more shocking in Manila than here, but yeah, when I was in Manila 10 years ago, yes, you see families with like babies, really tiny babies, under a bridge on some kind of a motorway, and daddy trying to sell cigarettes to the drivers, and mummy on the floor with the kids, and yeah, it can be a bit heartbreaking, really. Not so much here because, well, they're probably as poor, but you know, visually it's not that shocking when it's, you know, under the sun and in a peaceful environment, and yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go and take a little look in the village. And can you hear the people singing? I think that's still the church. I need to ask again, I have trouble believing that this is every Wednesday. Why Wednesday? Like, there might be some kind of a celebration that the guy didn't know about. It's not music, it's singing. I think it's a cappella. It's, yeah. Yes, Mark, exactly, yeah. Yeah. I think this island, it's probably the least touristy that I'll see in my trip. It's still quite traditional, although there are a lot of tourists. It's not too overly developed yet. But yeah, it's the main income here, I think, well, after tourism, it's fishing, apparently. And they are the fish you find a lot, it's called milkfish. I had one last night, and it's a bit like, well, they say it's similar to herrings. I didn't find it very similar, but yeah, quite a nice fish. And we saw someone the other night. We saw some light in the sea from the distance, and we were like, "What's that light?" And when he came a bit closer. He was a fisherman. He had some kind of a squid. So apparently the squids are attracted by the light. And something else, maybe some kind of like a lobster, some kind of a flat lobster. So yeah. When you go to the shop, that's not only here, it's all over the Philippines. You see a lot of little packaging, like very tiny, like a little bag of coffee powder, or tiny packagings, or big little bags of crisps, because you know, some of them don't have much money to buy for the week, so they literally buy on day-to-day basis. Yeah. So you see a lot of snorkeling and diving shops. Morning. Morning. My friend, do you know why people are at church? Is it every Wednesday, going to church at 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why?
Every Wednesday.
Why Wednesday?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know either.
Because I was surprised to hear everyone praying at 5 this morning. Cool. Thank you. No, nobody knows. Sometimes nobody knows. Yesterday I tried to ask a waitress why there's no dog poo. Because there are dogs everywhere. Where is the poo? And she was like, I don't know. Maybe they bury it. Yeah. Well, I say that. I actually saw a dog poo yesterday, but there was a little puppy there, so he probably didn't know yet how to bury it. It's getting warm. I know it's early morning, but I'm starting to sweat. That's fine. I'll have a little jump in the sea just after I leave you. Oh, the souvenir area. I know some of you like your souvenirs. Sharks everywhere. It's really, most people come to Malapascua to go diving or snorkeling, but to see the sharks. Oops. And you see a lot of mopeds or scooters. There's no well, hardly any cars or anything like that. It's mainly motos. And let me show you the ferry port. So that's where I'll come and take my ferry in a few hours. So, well, I say a ferry. It's a tiny little boat. So they go from here, and here you have the lovely sign where you can take a photo. Oops, let me go over a rope again. There we go. So I love Malapascua. There can be very bad storms, yeah. Oh, here are the roosters. Let's go and say hello to the roosters. They are everywhere. Hello. Do you want to be a YouTube sensation? I wonder what noise the rooster makes in Tagalog. Because in France it's cocorico, in the UK kikiriki. I guess it's probably the same as the Spanish way. Good morning. Oh, little doggy there. Let me jump over this. There we go. Cool, I'll go and show you a little bit more of the village. Hello. I don't know how they sleep with that. My friend had hair plugs, but I can't put anything in my hair. I feel very uncomfortable. Even with headphones, I don't like the ones in the hair. I put the helmet ones. Well, I don't know if I didn't sleep early morning because of the roosters or because of the jet lag. It's probably just the jet lag. You probably get used to the roosters. I'd like to go all the way to the church, although if they're still in there, I won't be able to show you much. But let's try. So those are the main shops, for food, with the tiny little packagings of everything. And talking about the church, apparently in the 1890s there was a miracle here. I did not find very much details. But apparently it's the Virgin of, I don't know how you call her in English, but Los Desaparecidos. Oh, here we have a little cat. Hello. Oh, you got an issue with your eye. So yeah, oh good, the church seems to be open, perfect. So yeah, the Virgin of Los Desaparecidos, apparently there was a piece of wood. I don't know where it is today, and I don't know if we're talking just about wood or if it was some kind of an engraving, but apparently that piece of wood never burned. And so they considered it to be a miracle. So yeah, 2 hours ago this church was very, very busy. People singing and praying at 5 a.m. quite loud. And this is the Santo Niño. Apparently, Magellan. So Magellan was, he was Portuguese, but he was commissioned by the Spanish to come here. Apparently, when he came to Cebu, so Cebu is the island just a few minutes from here, he came with a little Santo Niño like this. And that's why in January, every year they celebrate the arrival of Catholicism. So there's a big, it's like a big carnival in Cebu. That was last weekend, literally just the day before I got here. And apparently it's quite impressive. Hello. Let's go. I don't know whether I'll have much signal in the church, and I don't know whether it's open, but we can try to push the door and see. Why not? Hello. Let's go and take a look. No dogs allowed. That's okay, I'm not a dog. Let's... Wow. Amazing. I love the light, it's quite amazing. Okay, can I get out this way? Yes, let's go this way. Hello. People are so friendly here. Everyone says hello. Especially the kids. A lot of kids would come and give you a high five. Imagine that in Europe, like tiny, tiny little kids going to speak to strangers. I'll keep going a bit further because there's a puppy that lives there. So let's go and see if we see the puppy today, and then we'll wrap up. No, I don't see my puppy. So see, quite a lot of people are awake already. It's only, it's not even 7 a.m. yet. You see all those little shops everywhere. A lot of dry food, of course, because it's hard to preserve much. And those are the local pastries. They are, I think they are. There's a lot of there's a lot of pastries here, but they're all made with the same bread. It's some kind of morning, like a sweet brioche. Hello, you. Cocorico. They're everywhere. So yeah, there's a lot of great street food and some very, very cheap. Like a pastry, it's 5 pesos. It's hello. It's literally, I mean, it's nothing. It's and sometimes it's good to go and give them some business, you know. Cool. My puppy is not here, so let's selfie with the cockerel. You know what? That's a good idea, Sam. Let's go and do that, and then we'll wrap up. I didn't even think about that. Yes. Where is my cockerel? He was here, wasn't he? So I don't know when the next one will be, because my planning is quite intense. So if you wanna make sure you don't miss the next one, make sure you click the bell, you know, on all notifications on YouTube, because I might literally be scheduling the night before or. Hello, let's do a selfie, my friend. Oops, how do I do this? It's actually quite hard. No? Let's do it like this. Hey, Cocorico! Hey, hey, do you want to be a YouTube sensation? No, he doesn't want to pose for us today. Anyway, thank you for coming, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little sunrise. Let me know if you have any questions. If not, have a good morning, a good evening, whatever time it is for you, wherever you are in the world. And if any of you left me a little tip on Buy Me a Coffee or PayPal, thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. I know I'm in a paradise island, but it's still some work to organize those tours. So anything is very much appreciated. So hopefully I'll see you sometime in the next week or so. I don't know which locations yet because I need to, you know, walk the routes and check the signal on everything. But I will be doing some more. That was fun. Good to hear. Thanks, Janie. I hope you're okay in this difficult time. But yeah, cool. See you later, guys. Have a good morning or a good evening. It might be a good evening for most of you. See you soon. Bye bye.